Hello and welcome to my first devlog for Picture World. I've been working on this game for 2 weeks now, and I want to share my progress with you. First of all, what even is Picture World? Picture World is a chill, relaxing, open-world exploration game where you enjoy walking through a beautiful world and taking pictures of different animals, plants or other structures you see along the way. There is a photo book you can fill along the way with certain hard-to-obtain images as a path to guide you through the game, or if you want more story. But it doesn't have a real end, and it's really more about just enjoying the experience of wandering around. There are also some optional puzzles scattered throughout the world and some hidden areas, but I will talk more about that in a later video. So now, let me just show you what I got so far. I know this probably doesn't look like much. It isn't one of those devlogs where I say I have started working on a game like a month ago and it's already polished as hell and looks like it could basically be released in a week. I just preferred laying down the programming groundwork first, so I know it's possible to do and I feel confident continuing on this project. I've already started a couple of game projects in Unity, but I rarely finished them because I just underestimated the effort going into them and lost my drive to work on them in the process. I wanted to make sure this doesn't happen this time, so that's why I tried to implement a lot of the features first without worrying about making them look good. Of course, that doesn't mean every feature is done either. Like for example, I still have to implement the photo book and the secret mechanics, and I am sure a lot of others that will come to me during the process. But I think I got a solid foundation. Most of the time honestly went into just making this fox model. I think I spent almost a week on this, with figuring out how to model an animal in Blender and then texturing and rigging it and figuring out that whole process. And I have by no means a perfectly textured or animated fox now, but it will work as a proof of concept that I got at least one of the many animals I want to have in this game, and I can still improve on it later when I add more animals to the game. After I was finished modeling, I started a new Unity project, and I began by creating a new terrain. I haven't really used this feature in Unity before, and I was amazed by how fast and easy you can create an interesting landscape with it. I downloaded the asset pack Azure Nature from the Unity Asset Store, which in my humble opinion just looks amazing, and used the terrain grass and tree features to spawn the grass and trees automatically around my test world. Now, of course, for the actual game I will have to invest a bit more time and effort into this, but for a test world I created in like half an hour. I think it looks pretty amazing. Let me know what you think. I also added some fog and I'm pretty happy with the result. I will link the texture pack in the description if you want to check it out. Now I imported my fox model and used Unity's built-in nav mesh function to make him move randomly inside a certain area. This worked surprisingly well. I also added a simple camera the player can pull out when he needs it, and the ability to take photos with it. I even added an extra plane in front of the camera so that if you take a picture you can actually see it on the display of the camera, which I think is pretty neat. I also added a simple gallery feature, which you can open, where you can see all the photos you have taken so far. The last thing I built was an animal spawner system, so now I can just set up spheres all around my world and enter a number and which animal to spawn in the inspector, and then based on that number there are as many animals of the same kind randomly spawning within the sphere. Now, right now I only have the fox model, but in the future I will be able to use one of these spawners for each of the different kinds of animals I have, and without putting in any extra work, which is pretty nice. And that's it for this devlog. I'm pretty happy with the result. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope I will see you next time. Bye.